Hello, my name is Jay Shashta, and I will be presenting my cosmology final project presentation on black holes, specifically an artwork done illustrating a black hole. So let's first see that artwork, and here it is. So this is a digital painting done in Procreate. It depicts a black hole and labels each of its components. So looking right off the bat here, you can see the singularity in the very center of the black hole and sort of the event horizon, that black orb, if you will. In that black orb, you can see the photon ring, the scattered light, and you can see the photon sphere surrounding it, that brighter sphere. You can see the relativistic jet, those beams that are spewing out of the black hole, and that great accretion disk that is spiraling around it. And I went through the effort of adding some distortion effects around the black hole. But anyways, the main thing we're going to do here is we're going to go through each of these components of the black hole and sort of explain what it is and how it works. So let's get on with that. First, the black hole is really made of two components, the singularity and the event horizon. The singularity is the very center point of the black hole. The black hole, a lot of its effects they can be explained with general relativity, which is the theory that correlates mass with the curvature of space-time, where the more dense a object is, the more it curves space-time. And the singularity, the center point of the black hole, has infinite density, so you could see that this would lead into some rather drastic effects. So off the bat, some effects like general relativity effects is time dilation. The closer you get to a black hole, the more time is dilated. There's length contraction. There's redshifts from black holes. This is sort of these effects happen with most massive objects that curve space-time around it. And so then moving on to the event horizon, so this is sort of the point at which the escape velocity surpasses light speed. So this is the point of no return. If an object gets within the event horizon, it's not coming back. And so the event horizon, the radius of it, is the Schwarzschild radius of the black hole. And so all massive objects have the Schwarzschild radius, but a black hole is unique in that its own radius has gotten less than the Schwarzschild radius. So most objects have their radius be greater, and if it reduces below that Schwarzschild radius, it can collapse in on itself and become a black hole. And so these have some other effects that let's get through. So for the first one, we can sort of go through this together, the photon ring and the photon sphere. So you can see the photon ring in the middle, this sort of scattered light ring. So these are light rays that are orbiting near the black hole, but they're able to escape the gravitational field, which creates the scattered photons effect, and this is a product of gravitational lensing. Now the photon sphere, you can see here as well, these are light rays too, but they're orbiting closer to the black hole, and unlike the ring, these rays will inevitably fall within the black hole. And so these photons have a more stable orbit around the black hole than the ring. Next is the accretion disk. Now this is sort of that large spiral that's very familiar with depictions of black holes. So what the accretion disk actually is an accumulation of gas and dust. And so this disk sort of spirals around the black hole, and that spiraling emits radiation, and this radiation can be observed. Now, the material that composes the accretion disk, it's in just about all black holes, but it's sort of gained through various means depending on what type of black hole it is. So one example is an X-ray binary system where you have a black hole slowly devouring a supergiant star. And so that material of the supergiant star, that is sort of being brought to the black hole and spiraling around, and that is what makes up that accretion disk. And then finally is the relativistic jet. These are these sort of jets spewing out. And so these are particles that accelerated near light speed. Now, one example of a black hole is a supermassive black hole, and these can be found in the center of every galaxy. These are these are the mechanisms that are in charge of keeping the galaxy sort of clustered together. Um, and so these supermassive black holes, they have their own relativistic jets, and some of them are strong enough to surpass the bounds of that galaxy. They can get beyond the galaxy itself. That's just how strong they are. And they expel radiation too. And so thank you for listening in on this presentation. I hope you enjoyed, and here are my references.